City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life when it's complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people, this is city I met all my best friends. And I wanna thank every brick, I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. I owe you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for a ride across the bridge to goof off and spend the whole damn day doing whatever we want. Keith drove us down to Ike's place while we'd roll up a blunt, and me and Jack would get stoned, walk around and get lost. Don't think I'll ever truly pay back all I was lucky to get just by walking through the city. No, I'm a small part of this.
City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
I never really had a place to call my own, so I travel and I roam till I find that. But I'm full of adventure, so I wander and I venture, and it's safe to say that really I don't mind that. I book a flight to try to figure where my mind's at, a spot where I don't spend no money, just some time at. I mix and mingle with the people till I learn a little. I brought some weed and baby, maybe we could burn a little. She said you're funny, I said no, I'm Xavier, then I left. Sun shining, birds chirping, let me take a breath. I'm headed to the city where my chance to make it best. Where people like to give a little, then you take the rest. I'm hoping one day maybe I can find a place to rest. I fell in love with life and wonder where it take me next. I like the hustle and bustle, I fell in love with the fashion. I feel the pulse of the city, it's moving me like a passion, and it's mine.
How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. Me and my hometown, baby, we go way back. All the situations, circumstances, still we don't mind. Steady going on, I dance around the street lights. Hey, I know every street sign, hanging around the block. Like if you are my friend, then you are welcome any moment. Yeah. City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
Yeah, man. What it do, beef stew? Check it out, people. Today, we finna do this here thing. It's called the stream. If you're brand new around here, I am Doc Rock, your content creation coach, and we're gonna be talking about 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Why I pick 8? Because it's my lucky number. No other reason than that. But 8, killer to your content things. All right, let me speak that in English again. 8 things that absolutely ruin your content creation process. It will just do major damage, like J. Rue, the Damager. So we're going to dive into the prezo first. This is just how it works around here. I do the presentation situation first, and then I come back and I answer your questions. I do this because if there is a replay situation, I want to make sure that people watching on the replay can get what they need first. And then maybe that'll invite them to come and kick it with us when we be here Tuesday, Saturday, same bad time, same bad channel. So before we get it twisted, I want to take a time out to send some positive energies to one of our LGL fam. Not feeling good right now. So you want to know more about that, hit me up on the Discord. But yes, send some positive energies to one of my brothers. And then let's dive right end. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to talk about some of the 8 things that are ruining your channel. Now, if you happen to have something in this list and you disagree, I just want to go ahead and tell you that, okay, you believe that. I'm not going to try to convince you to change your mind. I'm going to just tell it to you from a factual standpoint, experience. I've been on YouTube, for instance. Let's pick that platform first. I've been on YouTube since 2006 when the joint came out. So I know these things because I did it wrong for 13 and a half years. So I'm just telling you, I know what I'm talking about. But if you don't want to listen to me, cool. Just hit the like button and smile. The other thing is, if there's something that you think I missed, pop that on the joint as well. And then right after we run through these slides real quick, we will come back and we'll answer questions. Please preference your question with a Q. It just makes it easier to find your questions. So I'm going to run through these real quick. Then I'll come in and say greetings and salutations to everyone. And then clean these spectaculars. Otherwise, we're not reading any slides. Let's dive in. And there'll be a bonus question. Anybody notice anything different about today's stream? Let me know. Okay, let's get after it. Kills, you're not allowed to answer that question. All right, once again, I'm Doc Rock, your content creation coach, and we are going to talk about all the things you need to know in order to get good at this content game. So before I do that, hold on. Something I always mess up. So I'm going to do this real fast, and then nobody can see. I'm cheating. Gang, I want you to see I'm actually using preview mode for once, and I actually had it right. So we're good. So let me get rid of this. I don't need you, and then back to live mode. Okay, so we always start out with, your excuses are valid. I just want to tell you, I know a lot of you guys are like in the emotion side of things, and I just want to tell you 2 things. Your excuses are 100% valid. So what? And I also just want to give you a friendly reminder that emotions are not facts. Feelings are not facts. That's just how much you feel. Feel for you, baby. How much I feel. Anyway, sorry. Just how much. Sorry, the song is deep. That's a good song. Anyway, I understand you feel this way. And I understand that depending on the content you watch, you are giving yourself biased, it's the word, not biased, it's not what I'm looking for. Where the hell is Carlos when I need him? You're giving yourself ammunition to further deepen your bias, implicit or non-implicit. You're anchoring. There you go. Whenever you have a select bias, again, it doesn't matter whether it's implicit or non-implicit. When you think the Dallas Cowboys is the best football team on the planet, you will go out of your way to find the stats that says they're the best football team on the planet. They suck. The Raiders is the best football team on the planet, Rich. But neither one of us can say anything about how good, they've been recently. So yeah, you do things, you will search information that make you believe what you already believe. And my brain is stuck right now about the bias I'm looking for, but yeah, Carlos is in the chat, so he'll fix it. You got whatever Carlos says is what I'm trying to say. When you have an opinion about something and you look for research and items that match that opinion, and then so you get stuck. What you should often do is look out for others. So we won't get too far down the psychological side of that. That's a different stream, but I understand why you're feeling the same way. I understand why you feel that way. Yes, confirmation bias. Rob, you're not even Carlos, but that's what I was trying to say. Okay, enough of my English problems today. Let's go in. All right, one of the first things you start out doing is not understanding your audience. Like, this is a big one. This is a big one. And Mel and I are going to fight today, but Mel, you just know that I absolutely love you, so never mind what I say that makes you want to fight me, okay? I just got to say that now because Mel's definitely going to fight with me today. Yeah, not understanding your audience. That is a very key one. Knowing who your audience is, you adjust your conversation, you adjust what you say, you adjust how you talk to them. You're speaking in their lingo, if you will. There are people out here who believe that their audience is everyone. And old school saying, if your audience is everybody, your audience is nobody. It doesn't work that way. Imagine me doing a highly detailed stream on the dopeness and the history of the Las Vegas Raiders, formerly Oakland Raiders, formerly LA Raiders, formerly Oakland Raiders. Imagine me doing that stream to a whole bunch of people in New England. Not going to work, is it? Mostly because Patriots suck. Mostly because that's fighting words. Dims and fighting words. Denver, same problem. Kansas City, same problem. So you got to know your audience. You got to know where you're at. There's people in my community who I try to tell constantly, you guys have to learn how to read the room. Right? And that's what I mean about not knowing your audience. For instance, coming into a stream and just saying, hey guys, sorry I'm late. That's fine. Coming to a stream and saying, hey guys, I'm sorry I'm late. I had to go get my old ingrown toenail pulled out. Not fine. Not fine in any stream except for podiatry stream. If we're not talking about podiatry, please don't tell nobody. If it's not a medical stream, don't tell nobody, sorry I'm late. I had to go get, what's that thing called? Over 50 camera up the butt? A colonoscopy? None of that. We don't care about your medical problems, and it's not the space to talk about it. It's just not. Learn how to read the room. You would not walk in the Safeway and be like, yo, everybody, the doctor just put a camera in my butt. I have 2 polyps. You're not going to do that. So don't do that in the chat. Like, you're looking for sympathy. It's not a place to look for it. Don't do that. And your content, like, make sure your content is talking to your people. And if you don't know who your people are, start with your purpose. Once you know your purpose, you will find your people. But if you're looking for everybody to be your people, it's not it. I'm literally watching one of my creators change who she thought her audience was from the amount of content that she put out. She figured out her audience better, and now she can hone in. All right, Mel, here we go. I love you, Mel. Don't fight me. Don't fight me. Not creating a niche. Everybody except Mel. I love you, Mel. You have to. I'm sorry. I did it. I did it for 13 and a half years. I made the videos I wanted to make. Go look at anything in my channel before the purple thumbnails and look at 5 videos in a row. Not nay one of them connect to nay one of nothing. You be like, Doc, what in the hell were you doing? I got videos about making tea, traveling, random clips, me golfing, like all kind of just myriad whackness. How does anyone know what to follow you for if they don't know what you're talking about? I'm not showing up to the Japanese language stream and all of a sudden it's in French. I'm a little irritated because I came to hone my Nihongo. You know what I'm saying? そして、もしかしたら、あなたのストリームは日本のもののついてから、後では別々のドイツのものはできない。ね。ドイツのものは全然できない。みんなが全然わかんねえから。だからさね、if you're going to make a stream about Japanese stuff, you can't all of a sudden start doing it in German. ドイツ語は全然わかりません. Actually, I understand a little bit of German because Evie swears at me in German. So yeah, you can't do that. Like, imagine you guys show up Tuesday, Saturday. I do the entire stream in Japanese or Korean. Like, really though? Are you guys gonna like that? That little section I did goofing around is irritating somebody right now. There's like, I came here to get stuff and the man's is over here speaking in anime. You know what I'm saying? There you go. Focusing on the wrong metrics. This one is tough. I know, folks. I feel you. I feel your pain. This one is tough. Everybody in the chat, remind me to make a duplicate of this scene that doesn't have the freaking animation every time. It's driving me batty, so it has to drive you batty. I'm sorry. I'll fix it. Imagine going into your metrics and looking at it every day and starting to get the feels because a number that you don't even fully understand is not doing what you think it's supposed to do based off of what some other person done told you it's supposed to do. Like, there's a huge possibility on not understanding the metrics and then freaking yourself out and then making adjustments you not need make. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, sorry. When anybody ever get ready to spell Wednesday and can't spell it? That's me. I'm trying to book a session with Philippe so I can show him some live streaming stuff, and I just can't type Wednesday. Anyway, so I try to tell everybody, especially when you're beginning, I know it's super hard, but like looking at views and subs and all that stuff would just cause you to make knee-jerk reactions, and it's not it. Imagine going to the Philip shows up in the chat while I'm over here typing message back to Philip. Stop messing with me, Philip, damn it. Keely, get him. So imagine you're fishing and all you do, right? And okay, anybody in here that been fishing with their grandpa when you were young, your first time fishing, here's what you do. I need a sample just to show you. This is fishing people on their first day. Line in the water, line out, no fish. Line in the water, line out, no fish. Line in the water, line out, no fish. And eventually, grandpa or uncle or dad or whomever you was kicking with, maybe moms, I'm not trying to be sexist up in here because Keely will come for me. Maybe somebody will come over to you and be like, listen, ding dong, you have to put the water in the hook or bait in the water and leave it there until it goes doink, 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 and then you pull it out. And you're like, oh, I did that when I was a little 6-year-old kicking it where, pops at the water. I kept putting the hook in and out because I saw that on the cartoons. I thought that's how it worked. No, you got to put it in there and leave it in there. So when you're creating your content and you're dropping these baits for your audience, and then you're like, oh, let me delete that because it didn't get enough videos, or let me mess with this because it didn't, or let me mess with that because it did. You're screwing up. You gotta give it a chance to marinate, right? You gotta give it a chance to marinate. You cannot make shoyu eggs without leaving the egg in the shoyu at least 3 hours. Anything under 3 hours don't taste good. If you don't know what a shoyu egg is, watch Dina's channel or Philippe's channel and they'll show you. So you have to be willing to ignore those metrics in the first. And one of them is subs. Like looking at subs things would just jack you up. I had this conversation in the chat yesterday. Honor Fortunes was giving one of our homies, Rocky Nash, love her to death. She's freaking amazing. Gave her props because she did a video that got her 2,000 subs in a single day. The problem is it's not repeatable. So it might jack up her channel. And she may not know this, but it might jack up her channel. Now, take nothing against Rocky. She did something dope. She had the opportunity to do some behind the scenes at a BTS concert. Right now, if you have BTS smelling farts, you can make $1 million. They're the most hottest thing in the planet. The problem is all of those people that subbed are going to come back next week and next week and next week and next week. And then about 2 months from now, maybe a couple days from now, realize she doesn't have any more BTS follow-up and they're all going to unsub from her channel. If you get a bunch of unsubs in a row, YouTube algorithm buries your channel because they should. Because as a business, you're like, this is a negative signal. How do I fix said negative signal? I'm going to hide the channel from everybody because this person is doing something that's causing people to unsub. The algorithm does not know how to look at the video and go, oh, that was BTS. Fully understandable. We'll just give her a pass. So I appreciate what she did. She's a news person and that's her job. And so as a news person, finding the hot news is your job. And also in the news, being first, getting to the secret, the scoop, getting to the scoop is a thing. But Don't be too much scooping on your channel unless you can repeat said scoops. And you know how you know? Watch all the tech people out here making up crap about the iPhone 14. Apple ain't finished designing that bitch yet. So how do you know? I worked there before. I got connections. And half of the crap y'all saying is wrong. Wrong. And they never come back and go, oh, we got it wrong. One person in the whole planet I know does that. Renee will come back if he got it wrong and say he got it wrong. Most of the rest of these D-bags looking at you, Max, Luke, they don't come back and say they got it wrong. So stop it. Stop it. Same with all the camera guys. Oh, Canon's going to make a camera that floats. Shut up, Tony Northrop. Punk. Creating irrelevant or not interesting content. This is tough. I get it. Who is the judge of irrelevant, or I'm going to turn this crap off. Who is the judge of irrelevant or interesting? Who is to say what's relevant and what's interesting? It's on the real though. Like, who is the judge of that? So, yeah, man. Yeah, we got to think about that. You cannot, I'm just going to turn off the transition. You cannot just produce stuff that doesn't make sense. I've seen it happen. I've seen people get on this show, get nervous, and start talking out the side of their woo-ha, and then your content's boring. Right? I've also seen somebody who takes absolutely boring content and make it dope. Right? Now, I'm a science kid. I don't find science boring at all, but a lot of people do. If you was a person who find science boring, fess up in the chat. Go ahead. Bill Nye the Science Guy, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and folks of his nature, Carly Cross, they take science, Hank Green, and make it dope. Even Adam Savage, let's pick him, another good one. Adam Savage and Jamie. I forget Jamie's last name. They're just Adam and Jamie. They're just Mythbusters. You know what I'm saying? Those guys were able to take stuff that was relatively boring and make it dope, right? I love Bill Nye the Science Guy. But you know what got me into science? Mr. Wizard. What y'all know about Mr. Wizard coming up, right? Those guys were good, right? Alton Brown. Thank you, Rob. I see Rob out the corner of my eye. Rob is on fire today. Alton Brown went to show everybody how baking is science in order to help people improve their baking. And he always had his food anthropologists or his food scientists, whoever, come in and tell you why the protein molecules need to separate, or how the sodium bicarbonate links to this, causes this to lift and causes this to separate. No, it's not a bra, it's bread. Yeah, like those guys were able to take what a lot of the general pop would call boring and make it interesting. There, what the name is? Heather has a friend who's been on her show a couple times, and his name is Dominique. Dominique, he does a good job of explaining personal finance in a way that doesn't make you want to stab yourself in the eye. That's what I mean. So if you have to talk about something boring, you have to work on your presentation to make it better. You know what it is. I can't think of anybody in our circle right now whose whole job is to talk about boring stuff, but making irrelevant content can also ruin your process. And so Mel's going to get mad at me because Mel says she wants to make what she wants to make, and I understand that. But if everybody is looking at you for one particular thing, and then you just change subjects on them all of a sudden, that messes people up. They just don't know what to do with it. They just don't know what to do. People had a hard time wrapping their head around the fact that, this is a bad name right now, that Will Smith and Jamie Foxx can act. You know, people had a hard time because we grew up, the other way around, that Will Smith could act and Jamie Foxx could sing. When we grew up, Will was a rapper, and then when he did the acting thing, everybody was like, what are you doing? Same with Ice Cube. Like, what are you doing? Turns out they act very amazingly. right? Ice Cube can actually rap better than Will and act better than Will, but different story. But then when Jamie Foxx and like Eddie Murphy both decided to start singing, or even crazier, when Queen Latifah decided to do a jazz album, people freaking lost their mind. Yo, go listen to the Dana Owens story. Queen Latifah is an amazing jazz singer. Yo, homegirl can blow. She is amazing boss. But you know what? Nobody was ready for that because everybody was Queen, L-I-F-A-T-A-H in command, U-N-I-T-Y. Like they wasn't knowing that she could get down like that. So that becomes slightly confusing to people when you find out your favorite football player got pipes. You know what I'm saying? Of course, as a human, a lot of humans can sing. Somebody in the chat, who is the karaoke king in our midst right there? Who in our group can sing their face off? I know Pastor Eva can sing, but there she is. As soon as I say somebody singing, then who pops up? But Valerie. Valerie can sing her damn face off. So yeah, just know that you got to make your content that's both relevant and interesting. It makes a big difference. Okay. I know Glenda wrote Queen L is a fabulous vocalist because she didn't want to know how to spell Latifah, but I just sung it to you. Latifah. Whenever I have to type it, I sing that song. Queen Lifatah in command, so it helps me spell it. So, sorry, Glenda. All right, there's a big one. Waiting too long to monetize. Waiting to exhale. If you're waiting too long to monetize, is a massive, 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 massive mistake. Because all you guys go, well, I don't have money to do this, or I don't have money to that, or I don't have money. There's this dope tool that you need to use in order to help you with your content. And now you're thinking whether you can afford that tool or not. But if you set yourself up for spelling, damn it, Glenda. If you set yourself up so that you're monetizing early, then you're able to get the tools that you need. That tool might be a black promise filter instead of using skin softening effect on your damn camera. It's only $60. Or that tool might be Surfer SEO, or that tool might be, some kind of Wolfram research subscription, so you can dive deeper into your joint. Learn how to monetize early. Monetize early, monetize often. There's some fantastic tools out there like Uscreen, which I will put a link in the description. Uscreen can help you monetize from day one. Getting your merch game on point, like this lovely shirt right here from Press and So, can get you on point. I got it, just say, figure it out, the couple different things you can do. That's important. Even if you got to start brand new and go to your family, ask all of the prominent members in your family, look, I need like $400-500 a piece so that you have a kitty of about $5,000 to start your channel. Do it. Why? Because they would do it if you were starting a food truck. I'm just saying they would absolutely do it if you were starting a food truck. So yeah, you got to go and build yourself a plan and explain to them why, and then go monetize from day one. Get yourself prepared so you're not doing dumb things. Actually, hold up. When a point goes back to another point, let's do this. So you're not doing dumb stuff over here because you're trying to get monetized. This is where everybody jacks up. In the beginning, you're trying to chase the hours and subs things so that you can get monetized in YouTube. And so now you're making irrelevant, non-interesting content, and therefore, because you're chasing to monetize. So monetize yourself first before you worry about the tubes of you, and then you can stay focused on good content. It's funny, this joints all flow together like that. Boom. Now, neglecting the social media marketing. Ladies and gentlemen, I have a confession to make. I've always posted things on social media. I'm a large social media poster. I've posted myriad things on the subject, but I wasn't making them talks and I wasn't making them reels. Wasn't making YouTube shorts because just didn't want to be part of the trend. Hi, my name is Doc, and I've been making reels for 12 days. It's freaking incredible. That's it. I don't got a coin or anything like that to go with that, but it's freaking incredible. Finally, listening to Kenya, Nikki, and Diana, after being beat up by all three of them at social media marketing world. For my CETA, I've been doing some reels, and I gotta say, the insights are incredible. You can go on your wall in there. You can press on the little button. You can press on your reels, and then you can press insights, and you can literally see what's been popping in your channel recently. And we're looking at account engagement reach up 254%. Account engaged up 571%. Over 9,000 new views on Reels and Ticks in the last days since CETA. Okay, gang. Clip that, India, you jerk. Okay, no, seriously though, like, I'm kicking and screaming. I'm too cool for school. I don't need none of that. I'm Doc Rock, blah, 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 blah. And then finally I just gave in. So you know what? I'm going to do this to shut y'all folks up because it ain't going to make... Oh. I stand corrected. Hi, I'm Doc Rock. I am now going to be making the living out of Reels. Period. Point blank. Think of them as your discovery channel. Don't sing the song. It's in my head right now. I am everything, every ounce of strength in my body not to sing the song. Oh, it's so hard. Okay. Think of them as your discovery channel. Yes, you want more engagement on your YouTube, or you want more engagement on LinkedIn, or you want more engagement on Instagram, or more engagement, whatever your content situation is. Using a different platform after you focus enough on the first one that you got space, because don't Swiss Army yourself to death, and you make sure your solid foundation is set. Now peep to another social media platform and then start doing it. Val, I absolutely seen you getting in your IG game, and so our talk is working. Thank you. Love you, Mom. Make sure that you start looking at the other ones as a discovery. You might not grow that platform the same. Like, I don't expect IG to suddenly catch up with YouTube, but I'm looking at my YouTube subs, and with tools like TubeBuddy, it shows you where the subs coming from. If that person has their subs publicly listed, I can see that I'm gaining subs from what I'm doing on the talk and what I'm doing on the Reels. So again, you don't have to focus on that metric. You don't got to pay attention to it, but it's a discovery channel. The best way. Okay, let's back this bus all the way up. I don't have a doot, doot, doot sound. That would have been fantastic right about now. Let's do this just to shake it up.
Bazinga.
Dr. Pemberton makes Pepsi Cola. And initially, it's available at soda fountains inside the drugstore. But he wants more people drinking Pepsi. So what does he do? He goes to restaurants and he says, you know what? Actually, Dr. Pemberton's Coca-Cola, but you know what I mean. He goes, what if we sold this with a burger? What if we sold this with that piece of chicken? What if we sold that with biscuits and gravy or whatever? Now, using the restaurants as your introduction to the cola beverage, you start going to your vendor, look at, hey, how can I get that? You see what I mean? That's a discovery channel mechanism. Right? Using TikTok or IG to show people that's you, the content you create, the info you got, the value you bring, whatever, that then brings people to your master platform. Maybe it's not even another platform. Maybe it's the funnel. Holla. Let's talk about that. Maybe your discovery channel mechanisms is allowing people to slide into your funnel. And once they're in your funnel, you sell them something, right? So that's what I mean by that. Do not neglect your social media marketing. This is a big one. Copying instead of creating. There is a huge problem in the creator space where you're trying to be someone else. It's hard enough being you. Let's get it straight. You're trying to copy a higher creator because you think that's what's going to work. I've even seen people do the clickbait titles and the weird thumbnails and crap because you're copying somebody that it works for. It's not necessarily going to work for you. Can there be another Mr. Beast? No, it's impossible. Jimmy can't clone Jimmy. It just can't. There won't ever be another Ariana Grande. As a matter of fact, I can't stand it right now. Right now, there is some kid playing college basketball with some announcer that needs to be punched square in the wedding vegetables says, oh, this kid's the next Michael Jordan. No, he's the first Valerie Pinkston. You know what I mean? Like, that didn't make any sense because I said he and then Valerie, but you know what I'm saying? Like, James Pruitt is not the next Sean Connery. James Pruitt is the first James Pruitt. Of that, there's about 800 million James Pruitts, but this particular one that we love, right? So, yeah, I don't want to be the next anything. I want to be the first me. Shut up. Get away. Stop. Don't say that stuff because that stuff even perpetuates it even more. And I mean, in the chat, everybody real quick, how many of you got super irritated with hearing anybody else but Peter McKinnon go, what's up, everybody? Every time I saw somebody else do that, I immediately stopped the video and change. Because I knew the rest of it was going to be another. You do not want to be the first best good copy. You just don't. You don't want to be the first best good copy. Plus, what happens when your copy basis, your Pantone, the first thing changes and makes a hard turn? Are you going to copy that? Right? Let's say all of the people who are doing McKenna copies right now, right? This is a complete hypothetical. So actually, let me take Peter's name out of it because it might go sideways. Let's just say this person is streaming. This person has like 50 million followers, blah, 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 and everybody starts copying this person. So the clones, the first 10 clones start to gain some momentum because they copy and everybody thinks, well, that's a good copy. That's a thing. Now, let's say this thing does something heinous, like R. Kelly Weinstein heinous. You know what people will automatically do to the 10 clones? Put you in that same fail bucket. Imagine that. Imagine copying someone and being part of the clique of copiers, and that person does something completely jacked up. You will get tagged into that. You know how you know? Take it back to elementary school or middle school, when everybody used to kick it with Miss Tonya because, you know, she was cool, right? And all of a sudden, Tonya got caught smoking reefer in the bathroom. You was automatically assumed by the principal and the teachers to be smoking reefer in the bathroom too. Not speaking from experience. Anyway, next slide. Don't copy, because if that person ever does anything dumb, you might get, first of all, copying is dumb anyway, but you might get lumped into anything that they do, even if you're not that. Think about that. Okay? Yeah. And it's just bad. It's just bad. There's so many reasons. That could be a whole stream as to why you shouldn't copy, but nah, don't copy. The funniest thing was when I was at a certain company, another certain company that also makes TVs, refrigerators, wash machines, boats, and everything, used to copy everything that we did when we were making our mobile communications device. So what would we do? We would put red herrings in the news, and then they would copy something stupid that we never were going to do. And we would just laugh because we made them waste money on research and development chasing features that we never were going to do. That's funny to me. Miss Tonya, I wasn't trying to get you in trouble for smoking weed in the bathroom, but your name popped up in my eye line when I needed an example, so you got it. Sorry. Okay, welcome to the party, by the way. All right, 8 killer mistakes. Here we go. We rounding up the party. Producing low quality content. Now, this is not intended to cause a fight, all right? But I know it is because some of y'all's automatically went to, but I don't have the nice camera. I don't have the nice studio. I don't have the I wasn't speaking on that. What I mean by low quality content isn't what you shot it with. It isn't where you shot it. It's just coming onto your camera and babbling. Coming onto your camera with zero direction, zero information, no follow-up, no backup, no nothing. Oh, you know, gang, today I want to do a stream. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I'm just going to stream. Don't do that. Purpose. Purpose, not the fish, the mission. The actual one is not a fish either. It's a mammal. Anyway, purpose. When you have purpose, you have direction. You must have your purpose first. Purpose is analgesic. Purpose solves problems of not having time. Purpose solves problems of being shy. Purpose solves problems of not understanding X, Y, or Z. Have your purpose, right? When you got that, you can come and you make better quality content. I'm not talking about gear. I'm talking about the quality of what you produced. I can think right now, and in my New York people out there, we used to get freestyle leaks on street corners. Where's my Worthy at? I know Worthy might be up here somewhere. We would get street corner tapes, and it would have the artists that you guys all know as world-renowned, we grew up with as street poets. And they recorded something on like a realistic tape recorder in their friend's bathroom, but they dropped major bars, right? Live from Bedford Stuyvesant One, the livest one representing BK to the fullest. And you would hear that on this crusty tape, and it was like, nuts. If you go to Google right now, YouTube right now, and you type in this phrase, where Brooklyn at? I know you're not supposed to end the sentence in the preposition, mean young Fogarty, but this is street poetry. If you do a search on where Brooklyn at and you see the original Biggie recording of the world famous now Where Brooklyn At, it is nasty. It is crunchy. It is disgusting. And that's what makes it fire. Because it was such a low budget recording. But that video, I don't even know what the numbers are. That video probably has a gajillions of hits. Even though it was street nasty, but it's dope. Because the content, the value of the content was fire. It didn't matter that it was recorded with a Hershey bar. You know what I'm saying? So don't get your panties in a twist and be like, Doc said I need to go buy $6 million of gear so that I can look like Raphael when I do my streams. No, I'm not asking you to be freaking Raphael. I'm asking you to make something that's just good. No one will care. You understand what I'm saying? All right. Paul said it's 2.6 million. There's probably a bunch of other people that did it. This particular one that you saw, Paul, that's not even the real one. There's even more where you can see, because the real one is outside. He's on the sidewalk in the street. If you scroll down a little bit, right above the one that looks like what that dude name is, Spike Lee, that's him standing in front of the grocery store on the Ave. That is the one. Miles know what I'm talking about, even though he from Queens. Sorry, it's New York problems. Anyway, low quality content means I didn't research my topic properly. I don't know what I'm talking about. I had a buddy of mine once. We've had this conversation, but I don't think enough people remember this that it would go back to him and give him trouble. I had a buddy of mine once who decided to do a stream. He wasn't in his studio, whatever, but he decided to do a stream, and the stream was dope in his head, but he wasn't prepared. So he was streaming about the features of a camera. In that stream, he said about 5-6 things completely wrong about the camera. Sorry, I'm weird. I saw a fingerprint on my camera. You got to clean it. And people in the chat knew better, and they're like, nope. And then he was like, nope. And then so after about the third or fourth correction, he felt like thrown off of his game. The rest of the stream went sideways because he came ill prepared. That is what a low quality content. Even good people, I myself have made low quality content. I could come up in here right now, don't prepare my slides, don't be ready to give you a cohesive mission and just put out a booty stream. So that's what low quality content is. It has nothing to do with the fact that you have to record it on Panasonic. Nobody come for me. And then this is number 9, because I lied to you folks. I'm giving you 9 instead of 8. This is the killer. This will crush your entire set. This will wreck your face. This will hurt you so bad, and every single one of us does it. Not some of us, every single one of us does it. Personal, present company included, we all do it. Make it stops. Make it stop. Brock, do not make me laugh right now. Make it stop. I know this is painful for you. I know this is hard, people. Make it stop. Aubrey, we had this conversation yesterday, Aubrey. Make it stop. You cannot compare anything you do to somebody else. Take inspiration from? Yes. See things that you might want to work into your process? Yes. Assume that you are lesser and they are greater? Bad word. I can't press the button. Absolutely not. Never that. Never that. You cannot. You absolutely cannot compare yourself to anyone else. Don't look at your competition metrics and compare. Don't do none of that. It will just literally ruin your life. And that you do not want to do. If you find yourself comparing yourself to another creator who you think is above you, the first thing that happens inside your mind,
fatality.
You're done. You're done. Stop it. I know this is hard, and I'm going to give you every opportunity to whine and complain about this one, and I won't yell at you. I know this is hard, but do whatever. Write a gigantic postcard, pin it by your camera, put it near your keyboard, put it in your bathroom, put it on your headboard so you can see it when you're smashing. Like, you cannot compare yourself to anybody. There's one you, and you are you because you need to be you right now. You don't need to be anyone else. This would just probably the biggest one. This could have been a one slide thing, comparing yourself. Everything else is good, but you can't do it, folks. You just can't. Oh my God. I'm running out of words to say about it because it's crushing. It is absolutely crushing. Please don't do it. All right, Kim folks, let's go for recap number 1. Take you back to the beginning. All your excuses are valid, 100%. I get it, but what are you going to do about it? Okay, let's move on, right? You got to understand your audience. This starts with why. You know, Simon Sinek done told you, find yourself your purpose. Start with why. It'll help you figure out your audience. Once you know what your audience is looking for, you can give them that heat that you want. Not creating a niche. This would just really ruin your life because people are coming to you expecting to see a particular thing, and when they don't see that thing, it's going to be weird. Everybody has watched a company try to make something that they're not really known for, and it doesn't work. Remember the Apple Pippin? No, you don't. Why? Because Apple needed to stop trying to make a game machine. It died instantly. Most people don't even know the Apple Pippin exists. Focusing on the wrong metric, right? Especially subs. Vanity metrics, those are the ones that hurt. But a lot of times, if you don't fully understand the metric, don't be looking at it. You need to have like 100 videos before the metrics even make sense anyway. So just don't get caught up in looking at metrics. Get caught up in your community. Get caught up in what your people are wanting, your people are answering. Goes right back to know your audience. I went too fast. Goes right back to understanding your audience. Metrics is more important than that. Okay, making irrelevant or not interesting content. Answer the public. Go to the answer the public. Ask your community what they want to see. Ask your community what content they need help with. Look in your comments. Look in your chats. Look in your emails. Follow the forums that you belong to. You don't belong to forums? Get yourself into forums, right? Learn what people are really about, right? It's really impossible to talk about something that's completely non-interesting or relevant and get people to want to be your friend. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to happen. So spend some time figuring out what they want. I think it was DJ Premier who said, give the people what they want. Ladies and gentlemen, EPMD. All right. Waiting too long to monetize. Monetize from day one. Make yourself a tripwire. Make yourself something that people can buy. Make yourself some merch. Do whatever you need to do, but get monetized on day one. Do not spend a lot of time paper chasing the YouTube ad rev. It's going to take a while, and it's going to just really mess you up. So find a different way. Even if it's a donate button on your blog post or something, hold a GoFundMe, build a Kickstarter, do anything but worry about just chasing the YPP, YouTube Partner Program, because it takes a while and it's not even that great. So again, I'll have a link to Ustream in the description below. There's Buy Me a Coffee, there's Patreon, there's other ways to do it, but get it twisted from the gate. All right, neglecting your social media marketing, fam. Like, yeah, I get it. Don't go to IG just saying, hey, go watch this video. That doesn't work. But use that as a discovery mechanism. Go to your TikTok, your IG, your Instagram Shorts, your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your other places, and put out content that lets people know who you are. My buddy Mob Deep over here, Matthew O'Brien, he's been writing on Medium because people will read the articles on Medium and then come back to go watch his channel. That kind of stuff. Put yourself out there, right? So use some of the other marketing methods in order to bring the eyeballs to your channel. All right, copying instead of creating. Nobody wants to see a copy. It just is what it is. You guys remember at Kmart, the Nikes with the upside down swish, and your mom would buy them and you'll run about 3 feet and your shoes come off? Yeah, you don't want that. You want the real deal. You want Nike Cortez, blue and white, not the ones that are just weird, right? Anybody out here with the fake Louis, you see it right away. The sideways LV, the match pattern don't match up. There's seams that don't supposed to be there, and you just clown them. Everybody has seen somebody with a fake Louis or a fake Gucci, the one that says Prada, that says Brada, and then you just look at you like, nah, man, I'm out. So don't copy. Nobody likes copies. Just stop it. Don't do it. Producing low quality content. Again, we're not talking about your gear. I don't care about your gear. You can make dope content with this. As a matter of fact, that's an iPhone 13 Pro Max. Over here, I got an iPhone 8. You can make dope content with an iPhone 8, right? Don't get yourself caught up in the gear part of it, but make the content bring value. Make the content be worthy. Make the content something that people would pay for. That's important. That's important. And then comparing yourself to others. Especially don't do this. This will crush your life. Comparison is the thief of joy. You know what it is. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right? And then Finn. Why do I always write Finn? Because Keely's Canadian. Wrong side of Canada and everything. I'm joking. La. Gang, gang, gang. Boom. You were born an original Why Die copy. Holla back. Tell him, Myels. Tell him. Let's check the chat. Let's see if there's any questions up in this piece. Q colon. Oh, you guys are good today. No questions. All right. I'm out of here. Anyway, did anybody notice what I was speaking on? Hey, don't do that because you're going to get a copyright strike. I'm going to copy this for you. I'm going to give you guys the link to the Real Deal Holyfield, Biggie Smalls, where Brooklyn at on the street corner. Because again, it's crusty, but it's legit. And seeing this will help you understand what I mean by quality content ain't got nothing to do with the gear. This joint was shot back in the early 90s and it's still fire. Everybody knows there's some really good low budget movies, but they're still good. Like if you go back to Hollywood Shuffle, there's a great movie filmed on a $200,000 budget, which was just whack, but it happens. Yeah, man. I heard about the train station thing today, Cat. That's crazy. That, my friend, is bananas. Anyway, so I asked you guys if you noticed something different about the stream. The first one you should notice is that this is a Z Victor E10. So, if this is a Z Victor E10, what am I streaming with? Oh, God. Dang, DJ, you went back, fam. Oh, my God. Yo, family, that movie is mad old school, but I love that flick. I love that flick from when I was a kid. Okay, you just dated yourself, but you know what it is. Yes, it's crazy. Yeah, I'm curious. You guys have any questions on what we spoke on today? If not, I'm gonna go do some work. I got a lot of catching up to do. I did have some new stuff to show you. Let me just bust one out. I got a little box. I upgraded this knife to look more keely. All of that crap we gave her about red and black, and she completely switched to blurple. Pack and slip. No, I need that. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing shipping. Ooh. Wow. Oh, I hate this. I hate this. Elgato, do not do this. Apple's been doing it too. They give you the freaking mailbag zipper thingy. Blah. I don't like it. K-Walk Comedy. I am streaming with the Sony Alpha ICLE 7 4M. There you go. All right, gang. That's what it looky like inside the box. I always got to remember to tilt it to the light. It comes with the capturing device. It has two HIMD ports on the back. And that requires spectaculars. You got a HIMD in, or actually it's a HIDMI. I always said HIMD. I always get it wrong. It's a HIDMI in and a HIDMI out and a USB-C. Nice. And it comes with a HIDMI cable. And it comes... I'm laughing at Victor Because, dude, if I stream with anything but a Sony camera, you can come and kick me. I don't get down like that. And it comes with a unnecessarily gold tip HDMI 3 cable. You guys remember when Monster and everybody sold you cables with like gold tips and somehow it was better? BS. Gold is a horrible conductor. So, no. Silver, actually better. It's not even real gold, so there's that too. All right, that's all that's in the box. Everybody is about shipping stuff with stickers now. Wonder where they got that idea from. See what I mean when you copy? This is great. I'm sure there's people that love having these stickers, but your brain, when you see stickers in the product with the sticker name in it, automatically goes to a company that famously gives out stickers with everything. Even if that might not have been where you got the idea from, it just comes off that way and people will call you out about it. So, yeah, I'll be playing with this and see if it does anything for what we need. I highly doubt it, but it's worth a shot. So this is the Elgato HD60X. I'll end up connecting it to the Mac Studio and then see what we can do with it. Studio. I always wanted to say that like Phil Collins. Studio, even though it was studio. All right, so there's that. All right, that's it. I will play with that and I'll give you guys info on the reels. We definitely have some streaming stuff coming up for you later. I didn't send any emails. No, that was the Elgato HD60X. Focus, Daniel-san. Elgato HD60X. It is a, what the word is? External capture card. So there's that. You know what's funny? I'm sitting here wondering if the camera is focused, and I realized it might have been me. Yeah, the camera was focused. I didn't have the specs on. So yeah, that's it. Oi, don't drop that over there. And I know we talked about this before, but you know, oh my God, I would never, ever buy another one of them. Those fools got me once. And I don't care what Victor says, they suck. I bought this years ago. It was a cute gimmick, but they suck. I'm not Victor. Knock yourself out, Victor. You do you. I think they suck. I'll never give them another dime of my cash. What I was going to say, you guys made me forget something. I know I was going to show you. We had this conversation before about, using different things for extra monitors or different things for extra things like that. And then, so for instance, you guys know, camera. This will be the first time it won't be weird. I'm going to put this on. NDI HX camera. All right. So, conversation always comes up about using an iPad as teleprompter. And I'm like, you can. Tell him, Michael. Tell him. You can use an iPad as a teleprompter. As a matter of fact, it's a good use of an iPad, with the exception of it's not its highest and best use. Okay? So, in other words, imagine turning Tom Brady into a wide receiver. It's not the highest and best use of something you have in your arsenal. His best use is on the bench and retired. I mean, in the backfield. So, yes, you can use an iPad as a teleprompter. I think you shouldn't. I think this is my opinion, so you can tell me F off. I think the concept of using an actual like teleprompter monitor that only you can get really cheap from anywhere from $99 to $150 is better as a confidence monitor or a teleprompter, because you can save your iPad to do some things that are actually dope. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that right about now. So let me go over here and grab new scene and switch this to camera. And then, so here's my situation. So you guys know there's my teleprompter right there. And oh, this is slow today. Right? So that's my teleprompter. It allows me to show you guys what I'm looking at. If I were to open up my Ecamm program window, it pops up right here. I pick this up, I drag it over here, and this allows me to see down the pipe. I don't know why my NDI is buggy today, but we're going to ignore it. But this, okay, that sucked. That sucked. NDI is really buggy today. All right, I had network issues yesterday, so I'm going to show you this way. This, to me, is a better use of an iPad. What this is called Monitor Plus. Monitor Plus, I can use it to do focus mapping. I can use it to do framing, so I can see how everything is properly framed in the camera. I can see what is in focus right now. So if I were to do this, wait, there it is. See, now the focus is on this thing. I need more light. There we go. Now the focus is on the comb. You see the red peaking lines is where the comb is. But right here, this is focused back on my face. If I put this Sony up there, now the focus is on the Sony. You can see the red lines. That's known as focus peaking. It helps you know what's in focus. I can put a histogram down here in the bottom corner so that I can see. I could bring up my full video person's thing so that I can see. My skin line is slightly off. I need to do a little color tweaking. But other than that, everything else is legit. Right? Exposed properly. You can do an anamorphic fix if you happen to be using like an anamorphic thing. This does focus pulling, where you can just touch on here to do the focus pulls. I'm not in that mode right now. Right? Like, so you can get in here and do some glorious oriented stuff, including pop on the zebras, and I can see that these are sort of hot, so I could turn my thing down. So as you see right there, there's a little zebra actioning. I can click on the ISO without reaching back there to get my camera. Watch me change the ISO. I'm at ISO 200 right now. Let me go to ISO 640. You see what I mean? Or something really ignorant. Let me go to ISO 5000. Or go to ISO 125. And then now that I'm at ISO 125, the thing changed. Part of it is because my Mac Studio went to sleep and it took off the picture over here that was doing that. But this is actually controlling my camera. So for what I'm using, I want to be at ISO 200. I could come in here if I wanted to. I could change the frames per second. It tells you right now that I'm using the XAVC HX4K at 24 frames a second at 100 megs at 10 bit, right? Now, here's another thing that's crazy. I can press record right here. This not only activated the recording here, it's recording to my iPad, but it is also making this 10-bit recording to my camera. My memory card over there is putting in work right now. Okay? So I can stop that recording. If I go to check my iPad, that recording is in my iPad right now. So if I needed to do something instant, I have, and it won't have all of this. It'll just be the picture. So, Paul, I see your question. It works with any camera for the most part. Uh-oh. I just broke something. Whatever I did, I just broke something. 1 second. Don't do what I did. I hit something with my finger. But yes, you can easily just use that. And it does work with, whatever camera you want to work with, Paul. This does connect to the ZV-E10. I had it connected to the ZV-E10 when I was first showing it off to Dina. It's called Monitor Plus. I think what I did was I tried to change I think I accidentally touched the button that changes the recording format. Anyway, don't do that. That's a bad look. But yeah, it's a cool application, Monitor Plus. It does work with the Sony ZV-E10. As a matter of fact, any camera that can be controlled by Wi-Fi. My whole Mac is tripping right now. Ever since I got the studio, my Mini has been pissed. Like, it is mad. Like, it knows, especially because I put them next to each other. This one is intimidating. That one's like, what are you doing, little man? Why don't you go somewhere? So ever since I set up the studio, the Mini has been super angry. Anyway, gang, gotta go. Got work to do. I will see you guys on the flip. Thank you for coming through to the stream. Don't forget to smash the likey button on the way out. Fantastic. I will see you Saturday. Now, I will put in a call to action. If any of you guys, either in the Discord or over here, have something that you want to talk about, make sure you hit me up ASAP, right? Let me know if there's anything you would like to see in the stream that we're not currently doing. And now I know why my computer's mad, because the hard drive is almost full. I am definitely switching to the studio. Anyway, if there's anything you want to see, let me know as soon as possible, and then we will get that put out. Drop it down in the comments below, or send me a DM, or write it in the Discord, and Paul will tell you how to get into the Discord. It's in the description and all of that. I will see you guys on the flip side.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love the city of mine.